Yo, everybody, what up? This is Mark. Just here introducing my new podcast called Mishigas. And everybody's like, what the fuck is Mishigas? Yeah, I said the same thing the first time I heard it. But loosely translated, this is what I was told. Don't take me on what I say, because probably 9 times out of 10 it's made up. And usually 9 times out of 9 on the spot. But anyways, I looked it up on Google what Mishigas was. That's Mishigas. So Mishigash. I guess there's different pronunciations, but on Google it basically says craziness. So, yeah, it says craziness, but the person that first introduced me to the word, he put it in an email. And I was going through the email I'm reading, and I'm like, what the fuck is this word? I've never even seen this word in my life. So, the guy couldn't just tell me what he needed, even though he's one cubicle over. He had to put it in an email, which is funny if you know the guy. But then he said it's Mishigash. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? And he says, loosely translated in Yiddish, it means shit show. So that's where the name comes from for my podcast, because it's basically going to be about nothing. Don't try to fact check anything, because it's all going to be made up. Well, it's not all going to be made up. The other little tidbit I need to put in, just for the first couple years, you'll hear me out, you'll understand why, but I'm going to have to possibly, not all the time, but just possibly, bleep stuff out or do some editing. I don't want to do that. I have to do that, just because of the cancel culture that's out there now. I have to, I want to collect my pension in a couple years. So you may hear little cuts or edits now and again. It's not that I want to. I have to, just because of today's culture. So other than that, I was sitting here. I haven't even had the podcast going for 2 minutes, and all my my mic, my equipment is all covered in golden retriever hair. So if you know anything, obviously I'm going to start to explain things to you about me, but I own a golden retriever. He's awesome. Should I tell you his name? I don't know. Let's keep the conversation going, and hell, maybe in 10 seconds I'll tell you his name, but right now I'm just going to take a sip of my Leaf hard cider. It's mint lime. Oh, by the way, this isn't an advertisement. It's mint lime. It's 4.9% alcohol, 99 calories, 1 carb per 12-ounce serving, and it comes in 16-ounce cans. And I don't like sweet drinks. I don't like sweet alcoholic drinks. I used to love beer. Beer was my favorite, and I still love beer. I think beer built my heart, but it's putting a little weight around my waist over the past 40 years or more. And now I'm actually starting to be more concerned with my health, because I'm getting up there in years, and I figure, what the hell? I want to enjoy stuff after I retire, and I also want to enjoy it in a way where I don't need accessories or wheelchairs or crutches or, you know, I would. I know people need them out there, and I'm not judging them at all by any means. But I want to be able to like actively do things, and be a part and just like swim with my dog or I don't know, hike to the corner store to get some more Willow Rock leaf hard cider. It was delicious because it's not sweet, and that's what I like. And other things about like this podcast, you may hear like little clicks, pops, or whatever, or cans being put down onto the table. I'm trying to figure this out because the equipment I have, they have these little buttons. Like I can press one now, and what will all you guys do if I shut up? Okay. I understand. So those are the little things that are part of the equipment. Very small, very inexpensive. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say very inexpensive because it's probably expensive to some people, and it's not even a dollar to others. But let me move this shot vac wand. It's hitting me. So I'm back. I just had to get another little sip there. Reading the can. What's up with all these? Okay, microbrews. I love them. I love everything about them. I've loved them since I was a kid. I actually started brewing before I was 21 because it was a lot easier. Where why don't I just like grab a 12-packer case out of my basement instead of having to go get my buddy, and he ends up charging me $2 extra for a 6-pack. Why should I do that? So that's the reason why I started brewing, and we're talking well over 30 years ago. And so I did that for a little while. Wasn't very good at it. I mean, my beer tasted all right. Like I got some friends that could probably tell you some stories, and I'll have them on the podcast because this podcast is actually intended to be, just stories about like, let's say a person, their neighborhood, and how they grew up. And, a lot of them are really cool stories. Like, I'm from Skunk City. All you got to do is Google Skunk City neighborhood, and boom, my neighborhood pops up. And that's where I grew up, and it's there's a lot of stories down there. There's a lot of bad feelings with me because these two motherfuckers. We'll get into that later. We'll get into that like some other time. I'm gonna save that for a podcast. These fucking actually three motherfuckers. They would always like pick on me. Two of them were twins, and one of them was well. You know what? That's too much into the story. But where was I going with this? Well, anyways, what I want the podcast to be about is like, let's say I talk to you and we just talk about like our neighborhoods and neighborhoods we grew up, and it's probably going to be more people that lived in like some sort of city than suburbia. Not saying anything bad about you suburbias, because I love you guys. I actually became one of you guys. I drank the Kool-Aid, but that's just kind of what I want to do. And if we're cracking jokes or all of a sudden I hadn't seen a buddy in a while, and like come on in, we'll talk. And but right now I'm just trying to introduce the podcast. I'm just gonna sit here and wait till someone calls. That's funny. I didn't give the number out or anything like that. But yeah, because I really don't want people to have my phone number. But it should be fun. I really want to do it. I'd also like to do it different parts. Like I got another place in New York, and maybe do it up there or do it out on a lake or something like that. That should be real fun. Wait a minute. What do I hear? Oh, I thought it was a knock at the door, but it wasn't. It was just another button on my equipment. But yeah, we'll figure something out. Have no idea what it is yet, and I'm not even expecting anything. I'm basically doing this to just get talking to people easier, like when I haven't been drinking or anything. So the way I'm going to approach this is I'm going to start off these podcasts really, really drunk, or I shouldn't say drunk, but drinking a lot. Maybe I'll drink 20 drinks or something, and then what we'll do is we'll ease down to where I'm not drinking any. How does that sound for excitement? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, that's a fucking Friday night. And it is Friday night. So I'm actually broadcasting this out in a shed my brother-in-law and I built during COVID. And so now I'm in the shed, and I have my lawnmower and my snowblower in here. Sorry if I'm turning it away and the mic sounds kind of crappy. And I got my snowblower in here. So now I got to like crack windows because you got the gas fume smell. And my buddy Jeff, that was over a few weeks back, I had him out here, and we were out here for maybe an hour or so. Could have been a couple hours. And all of a sudden he's like, I got to get the fuck out of here. I can't take the smell or something. I don't know if it was, but it was definitely the smell of the gas. But it also smells like it's exhaust. But the thing hasn't been started in a few weeks, so it's not the exhaust. But yeah, and now I'm sitting in here, and it's like, God damn, that shit does smell. Yeah, and I can smell, so I haven't got the COVID. I may have something else, but no, I don't have the COVID. I've had the shingles. I've had the chicken pox. What else have I had? Well, we'll come back to that one. We'll put a post-it in there. What do you call it? A pin? We'll put a pin in that and come back. Jesus, that shit smells too. God damn. So I'm probably talking too fast because I don't know what the protocol is here. Where should I just moved the mic, so it might sound kind of funny at that point. So should I don't know. Just really don't know what the protocol is. But other than that, I actually got my iPhone hooked up. Oh, should I slow down and just relax and maybe not have breaks, but like a pause? You guys shouldn't like if I go, you guys didn't tune out, did you? I hope not, because that was just like a practice or whatever. But yeah, so anyways, we built this shed. I'm sitting here. Now I'm getting gas fumes. I know there's no gas in here because I don't keep gas in here that I know of. Unless my wife like pour gas all over the place and she's just waiting to lock me in here. I don't know. But it shouldn't be that gassy. I should be that gassy. Or I usually am that gassy, but it shouldn't be that gassy. But that's one of the things that we'll figure out together. I'll share that information with you, and the name of the I keep not forgetting to promote the name, but the name is Mishigas again. Mishigas. Mishigas. The hell's that all about? Mishigas. If you don't know what it's all about, and you're asking now, go back to the beginning of the podcast. Actually, listen to it a few times. Let me get those numbers up. At least, let me get more than three listens, something. Hook a brother up. Hook a brother up. All right. See, it's a gas. I might have to, I'm going to put you on pause for a second, and I'm going to actually push the snowblower outside because the smell is starting to burn my eyes. All right, I'm back. I don't know if I just erased the old podcast, started a new podcast, what I did. But anyways, I put the snowblower outside. It's already smelling a little better. I was hoping it was just going to be the snowblower, but because I got the lawnmower in here too. And it's also a podcast studio and exercise room. And when I put a screen around the garage door, it will be a weekend getaway. So it's a multi-use facility is what I like to call it. But yeah, I guess we'll figure this out together. You, me, if I have guests, it'll be great. So if any of you guys that know me and have my number and have any ideas, I would actually like my first guest to be one of my best friends. Andy's out of Boston, because this guy is not only hilarious, he's gone through the pain. He's a tough MFer, and I'd like him to be my first one. You know who you are, and we'll get that on. We already talked about it, and he was willing to do it. So we'll figure out when we can get together and do that one. But other than that, not that much about me just yet. I will. Excuse me. Oh, Jesus. These Willow Valleys are starting to move around. But yeah, we'll have more of these sessions, just you and I. Some maybe 2 minutes, some maybe 10. But peace out. Okay. Mishigas, broadcasted from the Podcast Hall of Fame, motherfuckers. You. And my backyard shed.